Tensura What If? Silver Timeline by CBCTEBAS Chapter 8 Guy and Velzard. A week after his latest summary, he is currently traveling inside a city in the material world. Security is easy to bypass, being a demon that can control his aura and uses illusions to pass through inspections. He usually goes to human cities to find new books and food. He has become quite addicted to the habit of eating delicious food. He is not only looking for food to eat but to learn their recipes and how to cook them. He is also gathering information about the material world. He wants to stay updated with what is currently happening. Hey, did you hear about that incident? Yeah, it was horrible. 2 nations gone in just a day. Even the barriers couldn't handle it. I was actually near the area when it happened. Really? Damn, shit, you got lucky. I know, it was so horrible that I could barely sleep for days. Such words were spoken in a bar where Argent was eating his food. Beings that can destroy nations in a day. I have never met magical beast that can do that. Although, I could probably do the same. The barriers are strong and certain. But with a bit of nuclear magic here and there. Poof, it's gone. Is it them? Hey, guys, just curious, do you know what destroyed the 2 nations? Magical beasts? Argent joined in the conversation. The men looked in his direction. I'm not sure myself. Some say demons, others even say humans, one of the guys said. But they all had something in common. Whatever it was they saw, the hair was colored red. Others also stated they saw other hair color like green and blue, the man added. Welp, that's them all right, no one else but them. Thanks, man. Here, let me treat you guys to something. Argent raised his hands to order a few drinks to thank the guys he asked questions. He has gotten used to gathering information as well as sorting them from the fake ones to the real ones. By the way, what was the 2 nations' name? Asked Argent, while having a drink with them. Well, the first one was the Kingdom of Pake. The other one was the super technological empire called Super Magic Empire. That place had a lot of strong humans. Argent knew that place. The Super Magic Empire, which was inhabited by the High Humans. High Humans. Just like the name suggests, they are beings that are a step up from normal humans. Physically, spiritually and technologically. However, all of them seem to be egocentric and arrogant with their strengths. I fought some high humans before, they could give a normal greater demon a good fight. The exceptions of exceptions. The high humans are all naturally gifted to be stronger than a normal human. They are the only one to have more than a few hundreds of well-trained veteran Class 4 soldiers. And an average citizen being around Class 2 to 3 depending on their age and profession. Argent went off to travel to the location where the 2 nations existed. It was in the western part of the continent. Future ruins of Soma, near the barren lands. Once he was there, what he saw was ruined buildings. From what he could see, the people were wiped out with as little use of wide-range attacks as possible. Since he couldn't see any corpses lying around, he concluded that the 3 primordials, rouge, blue, vert, took the bodies and souls. But it would seem they didn't take every corpse. Small parts of a body can be seen sometimes lying around. A man's hand, a woman's leg, a child's head, different body parts numbering only in the double digits are the only corpses in the entire nation of the Magic Empire. Argent stored them all in his stomach. He plans to find a use for these limbs and other body parts. If I can fix one, I can probably incarnate myself inside a high human body. This would give me a strong material body. Argent kept collecting pieces until he found a piece of their technology. He took it in his hand. What is this? I have never seen anything like this before. Interesting. Argent went and looked for more of these technology. He couldn't comprehend them, but he is willing to sacrifice time to learn. He was able to compile a few thousand broken pieces of the Magic Empire's technology, as well as about some 100 books. Unfortunately, 13 of these books are either covered in blood or half burnt. The rest are using incomprehensible terms for Argent, probably referring to the names of the different types of technology and their uses. After collecting what he can, he went to take some stuff from the other nation. These are all that he acquired, a few tens of high human parts, limbs, chest, lower half, upper half, head, etc. Few thousand broken technology ranging from small pieces, half a meter, to large pieces, 3 to 5 meters. Hundreds of books from the Magic Empire. 13 are either half burnt or covered in blood. More than 100 books from Paik Kingdom Royal Library. Money, Paik and Magic Empire currencies. As well as a few miscellaneous stuff, cooking utensils. After he got what wanted, he plans to look for Rouge and the others in the material world. After the third week he was able to find them in the northern continent. Hey Rouge. It's been a while. I heard what you did. Seriously, first time getting summoned and killed of 2 nations worth of people. Not to mention the high humans. Argent said after he found Rouge in an ice castle near the middle of the northern continent. Oh, Argent, well it just kind of happened, you know. It was payment for the order. Replied Rouge. Also call me Guy now, it's my name. Guy? Someone named you? Who did? Argent was surprised to find that the red primordial actually took a name from someone. No, I named myself. It was from the sound that stupid king of the nation that summoned me screamed out when he died. Rouge. No, Guy said with an amused smile, probably recalling the event. Well, that makes more sense. But seriously, naming yourself, can you even do that? I see. What about Vert and Blue Tan? Did they name themselves as well? Argent said, giving the other 2 primordials a side glance. Since they are now servants, they cannot speak unless given permission by their master, even if they know who it was. I named them. Guy said casually. You freaking named 2 primordials? Yeah, Vert is now named Misery, and Blue is now named Rain. Guy added. He gave the signal to the 2 that they were given permission to talk. It is as Guy-sama said, we have been granted names which lead us to evolve into Demon Peer, Misery said. Demon Peer, not Archdemon. They evolved higher than an Archdemon. It seems that naming an Archdemon who has hundreds of years of experience and reach the pinnacle of being an Archdemon can evolve them past the limit of Archdemon, said Guy, probably seeing the disbelief in Argent's face. Also it seems, I am past the Demon Peer evolution stage, and is now a Demon King as well as a Demon Lord or something. It's similar to how Rimuru is still a Demon Slime race while being a Demon Lord. I see, so you 3 are probably extremely strong, huh? Probably the strongest in both worlds, Argent said. Well, Guy had a complicated face. Not really the strongest. Maybe 3rd, 2nd if I push it, but not the strongest. Did Guy just admitted someone is stronger than him? Who is it, then? Who else? The one you said to be the creator. His name is Veldanava, Guy said to Argent. Oh, so he does exist. Veldanava, huh, I'll remember the name. The next time I get summoned I'll look for him. Where does he live? Asked Argent. It should be in the main continent, you know, that dense forest. Just go north from there. Well, from this direction just go south from this continent and the first big mountain range should be the place. Dragon's Peak, aka above the future Dwargon. Alright, got it. I look forward to meeting him. And with that, Argent stayed for the rest of his week in the northern continent with Guy and the 2 primordials. He wanted to test his abilities and skill versus the Demon Peers and the Demon King race. Obviously he got completely defeated, not even lasting half a minute on all matches. He also got acquainted with a white ice dragon named Velzard. From what he gathered, the creator Veldanava is also a dragon. The star dragon, Veldanava. And Velzard is the white ice dragon. The castle and the area are covered in ice to keep people from getting closer. However, from what Argent could see, the ice is already covering 35 of the entire continent. He has also seen people migrating to the main continent because of the change in temperature. In a week or so, there will be 0 inhabitants except from the demons in the ice castle. He taught Rain and Misery how to cook. They were the ones who asked and wanted to learn. Argent just accepted the request. Luckily for the 2, Argent hasn't only been eating food and looking at recipes. He's also been practicing and experimenting with his foods. He's also been taking lessons, even if only for a week at best, whenever he had the spare time. In this way, he actually got pretty good at cooking food. Both Guy and Velzard even praised his dishes. And finally the time came for him to finally return to the underworld. It took a few years before he was summoned again. This time he was summoned as an archdemon. The order this time is to stop a stampede of magical beasts. From what he could gather, it was a giant migration of different magical beasts at the same time. These happens every time the magicules in the area where they live decreases to a certain degree. They then go out and look for a new place to live. From what they have concluded, the stampede of magical beasts are heading straight in this direction. The herd is full of class 3 to 4 beasts and numbering in the several thousands. Argent got to work quickly as he only got a few hours before the herd gets to the cities. He first used both earth magic and water magic to make the surrounding land to mud. These should reduce the stampede's speed somewhat. Next he took flight and prepared the extermination. He first needs to kill off those who have the ability to fly. They have much more freedom to escape than those in land. Using an art that he has recently learned from his travels, he controlled his aura and molded into small orb-like bullets. He has several small balls smaller than a ping-pong ball that are floating in front of him. With his magic sense, he quickly identified those he deemed are annoying to deal with. Pointing his hand in their direction, he made a handgun symbol with the tip of his fingers in front of the small bullets of magic. Bang! Argent said. The magic bullet sped to the direction of the target, like a gun that had its trigger pulled. The target was a large bird-like monster. Their strength varies from class 3 to class 4. But in the face of this bullet its head exploded and it dropped to the ground. Bang! 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 The flock continues to drop like flies in the sky. The other magical beast that can fly started to get confused and scared. When Argent realizes that he started to get serious, using magic this time, he created small magic circles that number more than 100. Fire arrow barrage. The hundreds of fire magic arrows flew in the air and hit their targets. The magic in itself couldn't possibly kill all of the magical beasts that could fly. These attacks focus more on quantity than quality. But they could make it so the magical beast couldn't fly. The target of the magic attack was their wings. With the stampede happening below them, if they fall to the ground they'll be crushed by the feet of the other magical beasts. Once all of the flying beasts are taken care of, then next are those on the ground. The ground magical beasts are different types from black serpent, evil centipede, blade tiger, night spider and many more. First is to eliminate the small fries. He hardened the once muddy footing of the magical beasts with earth lock and aspectual magic. Their feet are not stuck to the ground but halted the movement of everyone. He created small fireballs numbering around 10. He then distributed them to different parts of the herd. The fireballs then explode. The fire sticks to the magical beasts and starts burning everything that touches it. The attack was an imitation of nuclear magic, fire version. I can't exactly use nuclear magic here. It would just waste my magicules. Once the small fried were burned down, Argent manually slashed and killed all of the ones that were left. He sliced a black spider in half. He burned an Armorsaurus from the inside. He sliced the head of the black serpent. Smashed the evil centipede's head with large rocks. Stabs the blade tigers in the stomach. He, of course, then ate all of them, which got him an assorted amount of new skills to play with.